ASMR. In tonight's video, we're doing a highly requested video, and I did try and record this another time, I'm gonna be honest, but it didn't really go the way I wanted it to. I wanted to do some tattoo, like, tracing and stuff like that, but the way I have, like, my setup and things like that, it was very difficult to and didn't really allow me to do that. So I think in this video it's gonna be more soft-spoken whispering while I just kind of go over all my tattoos, and yeah, I'll have pictures up on the screen of each one that I'm talking about. I think I'm gonna go from like the first tattoo I ever got all the way to the last one, of course. So I think we should just hop straight into it. Again, you guys have been asking for this for quite a long time now, so I felt it was only right to, get that out to you guys. So let's get into the tattoo tour. Alrighty guys, so for the first tattoo, my very first ever tattoo, we have, it's on my inner, like this is what I'm saying, I just can't really do it, but it's on my inner arm. It's a Capricorn, and there's not a whole lot of meaning. Obviously, I am a Capricorn. I was born in January, so, that makes me a Capricorn. Of course, I thought it looked really cool. It is a picture I found online. It wasn't my own idea, but I did think it was really cool, and I ended up getting this one when I was 17. I got it in Florida, when I was on a little family vacation trip there. And funny thing about this one actually is I was hungover, and midway through the tattoo I actually threw up. It was really embarrassing for sure, but it's one I'll never forget for that reason, and I just think it's really funny. It did turn out, as I wanted it. Turned out looking really, really nice. And, I've had it for 3 years now. Still looks really good. Nothing's really faded out a whole lot, even at all, really. It's in perfect condition. I do put a lot of sunscreen on my tattoos and stuff when I'm out in the sun, so that it can keep its color and, the definition of the black. But yeah, Capricorn as my very first tattoo. Again, I got that one when I was 17. But now it's time to move on to the second tattoo. Alrighty guys, for the second tattoo, we have these trees going up my arm, and this one actually was only half of, what it's meant to be. Of course, I'll go over the second half of it whenever we get to that part, but yeah, basically my last name is Wolf, and I thought it'd be really cool to kind of get, a wolf's kind of habitat, forest. They're just out there in the wild, and I thought it would be pretty cool to, get a bunch of trees with obviously like a wolf in the background. So the trees I ended up getting were actually done here in Wisconsin. The first one was the only tattoo I've gotten from it in a different state. All the rest I got pretty much from the same place, same artist. But yeah, the trees represent just like the setting of where wolves would be located in. And this one honestly did not hurt at all. I mean, it's in a pretty comfortable spot, just the arm, and yeah. Same with the first one. I should have went over that as well. Sorry about that, but yeah, first one did not hurt. I was just hungover. But second one also did not hurt, and I wouldn't say that I have a high pain tolerance at all. They just didn't really hurt compared to a lot of the other ones I have, which we'll go over soon. But yeah, second tattoo was the trees. I don't remember the exact date for this one, but I do remember it was my second, so yeah. Let's move on to the third tattoo. Alrighty guys, so the third tattoo that I got was this Capricorn. Just in letters says Capricorn. I'm sure you guys have seen that one the most out of, anyone that I have. It's obviously when I'm like doing triggers and stuff and moving it around, you guys tend to see that one. But yeah, I decided to get this one basically because my sister is really big into astrology. Kind of goes with the first one as well. But yeah, my sister's into astrology, and I thought, why not just get it? I wouldn't say I regret this tattoo, but if I do get the opportunity to, add a little bit more to it, I definitely will. Kind of fill some more space in. I was kind of thinking, like these lines here on the top and bottom, maybe turn them into like some vines or, get some leaves or something on there. Just, again, like I said, add some more detail to it. But yeah, none of these tattoos I regret at all. Of course, I'm gonna get what I want. And, I'm always gonna be satisfied with it no matter what. And yeah, nothing really too special. Again, my sister's into astrology, and it just goes with the first tattoo that I got. So yeah, Capricorn for the third tattoo. Let's move on to tattoo number 4. And tattoo number 4 is actually my knuckles. Again, my last name is Wolf with 2 F's. Two F's. And yeah, WOLFF. Fit perfectly. I did give this idea to my sister that we both should get it. She also had a arm sleeve of her own, and I always thought knuckle tattoos were like pretty cool, pretty rad, and so I decided to get my own. This one is the first one that I actually had a little bit of pain to it. Not all of them either, which is really weird. Thumb was fine. Pointer finger was fine. Middle finger was fine. Pinky was fine. But for some reason, when it came to the ring finger, I was in so much pain. I don't know what it was or why it was just that finger, but it was. And it hurt pretty bad. But honestly, I went into this one very, very nervous because I heard the knuckles are supposed to hurt, but they didn't. They really didn't as much as I thought they would. I almost fell asleep during that one actually too. But yeah, just the ring finger hurt for some odd reason. But yeah, wolf on the knuckles for my 4th tattoo. But I think we should move on to the next one, the fifth tattoo. Alrighty guys, and for the 5th tattoo I got, we have it on my hand right here. It is a partial clock, and to me, it represents the quote, "Lost time is never found." And I really like this quote because, you can't really told yourself in the past, things that have been done are done. You can't go back and change anything. You can't change the outcome of anything really once it's already happened. It reminds me to keep moving forward with my life. To again, not spend so much time thinking about the past, about things that have happened already, because in the end, you're not going to be able to change that, and you just have to learn to, live with it. Everything happens for a reason, and you just have to accept that. But yeah, lost time is never found. Lost time is never found. And this one actually hurt quite a bit as well. I will say, the numbers, I think honestly closer to the thumb, like over in this area, definitely hurt a lot. They shaded like the big hand of the clock right here. That one hurt a lot, only because the initially did not hurt, but when they started doing the shading on it, they went over it about 4 or 5 times to, really get that dark, vibrant color onto it. And that one hurt quite a bit. I did start bleeding right around my wrist area, just because it's like a bony area. But it didn't really hurt all that much. But yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. Obviously, I get to see it like all the time. I do really like hand tattoos. So yeah, decided to get one. And all of these actually are on my left arm. If you guys didn't know, I'm lefty. I'm left-handed. Do a lot of stuff with my left hand. So, why not get it on the arm that, I'm doing stuff with most, like throwing a ball, things like that. So, yeah, all of these are on my left arm. But, yeah, lost time is never found is the 5th tattoo. Partial clock. I think it's time to move on to tattoo number 6, though. Tattoo number 6. Alrighty, guys, so this next tattoo I think is my most important tattoo to me. So this one is a bee, with a bunch of, honeycombs around it. So this tattoo actually represents a tattoo that my sister had. Unfortunately, she passed away last year in March. And initially, I was gonna get a different tattoo that she had. She had a tree stump on her elbow. And I was planning on getting that one in Florida. I went on a Miami trip last summer. But I didn't end up going. I think I slept through the alarm and missed out on that. But then, I don't know, something clocked in my head that I wanted to get this one. And it turned out really well. Still very, the darkness and all the black is there. Not a lot of fading or anything like that. But yeah, it was a tattoo that my sister had. I got the same one, just made it a little more masculine, I guess. And yeah, means the world to me. And I think this will always be my most meaningful tattoo. So yeah, that is my sixth tattoo. I think it's time to move on to number 7. So, tattoo number 7, I might be able to show you. Let's see if I can get it up here. It's on my knee. Yeah, we got tattoo number 7 on my knee. This one, let me tell you, this one almost made me tap out. It's a skull. Obviously, one part of the mouth is on the upper knee. Second part is on the lower knee. And they started with the lower knee, which is obviously closer and around my shin. And when they were doing the lower shin, it was the just sharpest, most painful feeling I have ever felt while getting a tattoo. I was, I was sweating. I was clenching the chair I was laying in, just in so much pain. I usually have music in, I'm playing games on my phone and just focus on that, but as soon as they touched that part of my shin, I couldn't focus on anything but that pain, and yeah, it was a long, long tattoo as well. Like, I was sitting there for a couple hours, and that, I still remember the feeling, like, it just was not good. And another bad part about the knee tattoo was when they were actually going over the kneecap, you can feel the needle hitting your kneecap. Like each individual, like when it's like, the needles are just like constantly, poking you and stuff. You can feel it like going in and out, like a million times. And it was, it wasn't a painful feeling on the kneecap, but it was just such a gross feeling. Like again, you can just feel it like kind of vibrating your knee, and it was just such a nasty feeling. But yeah, got through that, and then the upper kneecap, kind of going the start of your quad muscle. He started doing that, and he had to put his leg over my leg because my leg started like spazzing out, and eventually it just ended up going like numb. But yeah, that didn't hurt either. But it's just like such a big muscle, and you're shocking that muscle so quickly that it was just shaking uncontrollably until, again, it went numb, went limp. But I do really like the knee tattoo. I definitely want to get more like tattoos, regardless of the pain and experience I had with this knee tattoo. I definitely want to get not like a full, like entire leg sleeve, but I think just some like individual smaller tattoos to kind of fill the leg, I think would look pretty cool. Again, that is also on my left side. But I think it's time to move on to tattoo number 8. And this is actually my last tattoo. I only have 8 so far. Of course, I'm gonna get more, but yeah, tattoo number 8. Alright guys, so tattoo number 8 is the second half of the trees. It is the wolf right here. And again, pretty self-explanatory. My last name is Wolf. I thought it would be pretty cool to have, the trees of the setting of like, where wolves are. And then a giant wolf kinda, howling. I think he did a really good job blending these for, the gap I had in between the trees and then the wolf. I think it was either a year and a half or like 2 years in between, but they did a really good job kind of mixing those together, merging them as one piece. It is pretty funny because, it does look like a wolf to everyone else, but from my own, like, perspective, whenever I look at it, it looks like a rat. It looks like a rat. And I think that's pretty funny, because I always just, like, mention that to people sometimes. I'm like, they'll compliment it, and I'll be like, yeah, I wish I could see the same, but it looks like a rat in my, perspective, which is pretty funny, but yeah. I do want to finish up this arm sleeve. I only have, my bicep space left. I don't know exactly what I want to get yet, but I wanted to merge that wolf and then the bee. Of course, something meaningful. So, my layout for tattoos is my entire arm sleeve. I want it to, I want the tattoos to have meaning. I want them to, represent something, a part of my life. Something like that. The leg sleeve, of course, would be more like, just fun, cool looking stuff. Maybe I'm not good at drawing, but, sketch up some ideas and, bring them to life or something like that. You know what I mean? Just have some fun on, like, the leg. And then I've always wanted to get, like, a tattoo, like, behind the ear. I think that one would be pretty cool as well. Again, I have no idea what yet, which is why I'm holding off. I don't want to rush tattoos and get something that I will regret, because I do like taking my time so that I have tattoos I won't have to, do a cover-up for in the future and things like that. I want to be fully satisfied with the piece off the get-go, so that, again, I don't have to, touch up, do anything with that. But yeah, those are all of my tattoos, and every time I get a tattoo, I type down how much it was. So I will actually list that off for you guys as well, because I don't know if you guys watching have tattoos or want to get tattoos, and you might not know how much they cost or things like that. But I will go over that right here. Let me find it quick. Of course, I tip a good amount too. Again, I have like the same tattoo artist, and he gets kind of the style I like really, really well. So I'll always tip him really good. But we have the finger tattoos were $125. The hand tattoo was $150. The Capricorn, my very first tattoo, was $200. The Capricorn lettering on my arm was $150. And then we have the kneecap, or the knee, that was $300. The one up on my shoulder was $200 as well. And then the wolf tattoo was the most expensive tattoo. I did fail to mention they added a little bit of white shading in the wolf tattoo, I think on part of the eye. And then the teeth, of course, they made them a little bit whiter. And, for as little of coloring that I got in that tattoo, that was also really, really painful. But yeah, that one was the most expensive one that I have. It was $350. I think I got them all, but the total of all my tattoos combined, without the tip included, is $1,675. So $1,675. And this is throughout the span of, again, since I was 17 years old, so about 3 years now. And yeah, like I said, definitely plan on getting a lot more. If I do, of course, I can do like an updated version of this. I do like to save getting my tattoos until like the winter time. I think that's just best because, a lot of people in the winter, I guess, I don't know, I'm speaking for myself right now, but I usually spend a lot of time inside, which is good for tattoos. You don't want a whole lot of sunlight on them. You kind of just want to take it easy, let them heal properly. And yeah, so that's when I try and get all my tattoos, is in the winter time. So, who knows, maybe around this winter I'll have a couple new ones. But yeah, that was all my tattoos. I only have 8, like I said, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, it was very, very highly requested. Hopefully it hit all the standards, or, hit whatever you were looking for. Again, I did want to do tattoo tracing, but just my setup is so kind of compacted. It didn't really give me the, option to. Of course, I probably could have switched up the setup so that I could do it, but I kind of just preferred to do it this way. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys could get nice and relaxed. Hopefully you guys could fall asleep, or, even get the tingles, if that's That's what you're here for. But, as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace.